Alright, now we are for sure back. And hope I didn't just generate like 3 different videos in that short time span. As I was saying, in regards to Borderlands 3, I think it was alternate weapon firing modes. You could press a button and switch between them, and I was like, wow, this is great. Yeah, that one was very fun. Was there sliding? Was there sliding in 1 and 2? I think there was sliding in 2. I don't think there was sliding in 1. But anyways, that was a fun feature that I enjoyed. Thanks, Spike. And then Borderlands 4, I still have yet to play, so I don't know how much I'll enjoy it or not. That's a question for future me. Yeah, the buddy I started 3 with, I'm probably going to ask him, because he just moved, and so I'm kind of tempted to ask him, be like, hey, if you're going to be busy and whatnot, how do you feel if I kept going with Borderlands 3 on my own? I will say it was my save profile. See him down there. It was my save profile when I get to. So I know I for sure to keep going. And I don't know where his character stuff would sit at. Alright, let me think how to. Yeah, there we go. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm looking around. I keep trying to find a piece of up right here. But I am kind of tempted to just start putting the bullets down. Although I'm not all too sure how I'll do the upper section, because right here, yes, this is kind of flat. Hello. 1 hit, 2, 3, 4. That's still wild to me. That takes 4 hits with a diamond sword. Unbalanced, I say. Especially since there's no enchantments. This is the best weapon in the game. Why does it take such a why does it take why does it take 4 hits on the most basic enemy? Whatever. Yeah, let's head back. We'll get rid of that one very thin triangle type of area. Right, yeah. This is kind of convenient, but it doesn't go anywhere anymore. So what we'll do is we'll just say bye-bye. Can I really not reach out? That's right there. Can I really not reach? This is so short. I can't reach at all anymore. I missed my 12 blocks. I think they shortened this shorter than what it used to be, because I'm pretty sure it used to be 6 blocks. This feels like 4 blocks. This feels like Java, Alpha, and Beta. Eventually, I don't know when, but eventually both Survival and Creative got a block increase, because I know in Creative mode, at least on Java, it's 6 blocks, whereas Survival it's only 5. Bit of a bummer, but that's okay. But I think to myself, if it's in Creative mode, why not just make it adjustable? Like maybe cap it out at say 16 blocks. Oh well. I guess now you kind of can with the commands I keep talking about that allow you to increase the range. Oh well. And I think, at least I'm hoping if they did it right, the reach towards entities and the reach towards blocks are controlled separately. Yeah, this makes me so sad. I was having so much fun, and now it's just my fun has been eliminated. Alright, but yeah, we'll get rid of the rest of this now. I'm not yet sure how it'll smooth out, but I'll need to see this first. In fact, I still have space, right? Auto jump, leave me alone. I don't have the space. My inventory is almost full. What I should probably do then is say, I'll be back, like the Terminator. I don't think I've ever seen one Terminator movie all the way through. I've seen clips and stuff. I've seen portions, but I have not seen one Terminator movie all the way through. There was one from, oh, what was it called? I want to say it was sort of like an Origins movie that came out years later, maybe 2011 to 2013, somewhere around that point. And that one, I want to say I saw most of at my grandparents' house. I don't remember. That one I thought was like the Origins Skynet, although I can't remember the name of it. I think this sword won't last much longer. Do I want to use it up? I've been saving my diamond pickaxes. Maybe I should save this diamond sword. I should treat it with respect. It's such a bootleg way to get up here, but it kind of works. Jumping from that block to the side of the stairs here. I'll take all this cobblestone and torches. It does as well. Are we good? I think we might be good. I need to head back this way. This is where the last part of it is. That's part that needs to be carved out. Should I have stood on this while I was digging it up? Probably. It's a little bit of an oopsie, though. And I think we're done. Oh, well that really does look too low. Skellybone, where'd you come from? I've tried. Not as much as the surface, though. Not as much as the little village I live in. But I've tried a lot to keep this whole cavern super bright. And apparently, for Bedrock standards, not bright enough. I still have more work to do. Okay, question is, how do I get that one? That one cobblestone bobbing up and down. Am I gonna have to jump off? I might. Here, we'll be smart about this and just get rid of the entire column. Are we good? I think so. That area is kind of bothering me, but I don't know how much more I really want to work on this. And now the cow is starting to cross the bridge. Oopsies. I'm getting hungry. Nom 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 nom. What are my neighbors doing out there? They're being loud. Howdy, Mr. Cow. I don't know where he's going. He's off on an adventure. I never watched the third Hobbit movie. I saw the first one. I feel like I say this every so often. I saw the first one as a field trip in 7th grade. I saw the second movie as a field trip in 8th grade. And then we didn't have any field trips in high school because the high school was rather lame. That's not true. That high school at the end of my time there. Oh no! The sheep! The sheep! That's what happened to it? Oh man, I feel like I need to dedicate a memorial. I feel like I should build something right there. Right for the sheep using the block. Here, I'll set that there for now, and we'll do something about that. Yeah, the high school did get me to New York, DC, Europe, and China. But those were, the last 2 years and afterwards that I was there. But anyways, we saw several movies back in my middle school as field trips. Like another one we saw was the Lorax. The only time I've seen the Lorax was in theaters over there. But we also saw The Invention of Hugo Cabret. That's not true. That's the name of the book, not the movie. Movie was just called Hugo, which I ended up picking up on 3D later. 3D Blu-ray, although I don't have a Blu-ray player for 3D movies, so I just have to watch the regular flat screen Blu-ray version. But the movie was shot for 3D, so at least the 3D on here is gonna look good compared to something like Titanic or Jurassic Park, which were shot on your regular 35mm film, and they ended up releasing 3D versions after. Although the 3D version of Titanic, not sure about Jurassic Park because it is kind of a tall aspect ratio as it is. The 3D version for Titanic is taller than your regular versions of the movie. I don't know if it's the full 1.78. It might be like 1.85 or 1.9. I don't think it's as tall as VHS, but the thing is, the VHS version of Titanic is cut off on the sides because it's VHS. But I'm thinking I might have to take back some of this cobblestone because I'll need to cook it up. We'll need to make more stone. But yeah, we'll just keep tossing the mob drops in here. But anyways, the regular home media releases of Titanic, I want to say is, I think it's 2.4, maybe 2.35. It's your typical cinematic widescreen, as opposed to something taller. I can't remember, but either way, I just know that your regular home releases of Titanic are all wide compared to the taller 3D version, which I thought was kind of interesting, and almost forgot where the exit was, even though I looked right at it. Anyways, it would be nice if one day we can get a version of Titanic that is more open. It'd also be nice if we had a version of Back to the Future that is more open, because Back to the Future was shot very tall. I don't know what they did or why they did it, but Back to the Future has a lot of vertical space that they shot, and you can find that on 35mm copies floating around. I think there's one on the Wayback Machine. I haven't seen a full movie, or I have not seen the full movie like that, but I have seen stills of it, and I'm like, this is weird. Well, thankfully, I got to go see it in IMAX for I think it was the 40th anniversary last October, and like that was fun. That felt more true to what it could be, although I'm pretty sure that that was still kind of cropped on the top and bottom. I can't verify because I only saw it in IMAX that one time, and I can't I can't reproduce every single shot from a movie from memory, just that I only saw one time. But yeah, it's a real bummer that the home releases are not nearly as tall as what they could be. I don't know the native aspect ratio of just how much they filmed on there. But the thing is, there are some effects and whatnot that get cut off at the top and bottom because you're not supposed to see them under most circumstances. But oh well. One day perhaps. Let's head back over here. And you know one thing that's kind of a bummer. I'm pretty sure that for all the IMAX movies there is exactly one movie that actually has all of its IMAX footage completely intact, and I think that was what was it? It was something like Batman and Superman, or Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. I don't remember exactly which one because I don't keep up with the DC enough. And these days I kind of don't keep up with Marvel either. But anyways, I believe it was Dawn of Justice, and that's the only movie that preserved the IMAX aspect ratio, at least as much as they could. There was, I think, another movie. It might have been, was it The Dark Knight? I can't remember. There was another DC movie, and it also had its IMAX footage restored for the home media release, but it only had it on as extras and not included in the movie itself. Otherwise, there are other movies that get closer to having their IMAX footage included. For example, in I think it was Transformers 2: Revenge of the Fallen. There's a like a full frame version, something like that. I don't know. I want to say it was a Walmart exclusive, and the IMAX footage is not in the IMAX aspect ratio, but they did include it in the full 1.78. The full 1.78. Your typical 16:9 ratio. There we go. We'll put back the rest of this cobblestone. So that it did partially include it. So it is noticeably taller compared to the rest of the movie. But it was kind of interesting when I heard or read that for those IMAX films or those IMAX scenes they did, or the CGI, they used a digital resolution of 4096 by 4096. And I think to myself, that's it. That's all they did. I mean, that is high resolution, but like that's still kind of low when you compare the possible digital resolution. Because if that's only like a 4K square, IMAX supposedly is somewhere between like 16K and 22K. That's a lot of definition, and trying to replicate that digitally. Of course, it's all film grain and whatnot, so it's not exactly the same. Well, like when converting the analog grain to digital resolution, that's around how tall it's supposed to be. From what people have said online, at least. And so I think to myself, only rendering the scene in 4096 by 4096 and then printing that to the film, that sounds kind of low. But hey, someone did a review of it, and they said that compared to the regular 2K intermediates, it looked great. Those IMAX scenes on the full frame version for Revenge of the Fallen, they said that it looked great compared to the rest of the movie. The rest of the CG scenes, I should say. It'd be nice to know exactly how much I have. There we go. We're going to turn all this into stone bricks. And I kind of forgot that I needed a stone cutter for that. And I think there's also the time that we retire our diamond sword. Yeah, let me just do all this real quickly here. I don't know how much I need, but we're going to pick up a bunch of it. So we've got some logs. We have a moderate amount of stone brick. This will at least get us going. Yeah, it's time to say goodbye to the diamond sword. We'll put it with the next one. So now that means I'll grab this diamond sword. And I didn't realize that I left the flint and steel on here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why did I say uh-oh? I said uh-oh because I was dealing with the attack of the sneezes. And they're coming back. I feel them. Of course, it'd be really, really nice if I didn't sneeze. If I could not pineapple this one away. Yeah, we're going to grab a little more stone brick, because of course we will. Alright, and now let's go back to the stone cutter, because I still can't craft this in my inventory. There we go. How's it looking? Well, we're getting there. I'm almost at 4 stacks. Oh, sun's going down. Do I want to catch some Z's, reset the non-existent weather timer? Part of me kind of does, especially since I know that the sun goes down faster than it does on Java. Unless you're playing mid-Indev when the weather or the daylight cycle was just added. It's not yet night. I need a square. I need to put another square in here, just like the creative world, where when the sun is in that square, I can go to bed. We're gonna do it right though. I'm not gonna build it on an odd number, or I will not build it on an even number. I will make it odd. There we go. But anyways, unless you're playing early or mid-Indev, when the day-night cycle was just added, then you get your 16-minute days. Or if you're playing modern, now you have 20-minute days. Which kind of reminds me that I haven't been on my beta 1.3 world in a while. The one that has a few mods. Most of the mods on there are... that's not even most, it's like 2 of them. I have 2 different mods on there. One sets the in-game time to the real-world time. So this way, whatever time your system clock says, it will be that time in the day. So if you're playing, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., it's gonna be, you're gonna see your daytime in the game. But if you're playing at like 9 or 10 at night, it's gonna be dark. You will have nighttime in the game, just like you will have nighttime in the real world. And so I don't remember exactly when it happens, but it's kind of funny because the time change where you have the sunset and sunrise, dawn and dusk, both of those in the game take place over the span of like 40 minutes, I think. Watching the light levels change at such a slow rate, it's really it's really something. And now I think I'm not all too sure how to do this. I'll just start putting pillars down and see what feels right. I'm probably going to need more. We're going to start with the logs first, and this will hopefully give me an idea for how much I'm going to need. But yeah, this is one time where I think I wish I had the extended reach. Like for real, because I'm going to need to reach these high ceilings and these low floors and stuff. Yeah, like this. This is going to be a difficult. Because I got to get way up there and try to avoid taking fall damage. Just got to make sure I put it in the right spot. This one I can kind of cheat on because right here, this is right next to the cobblestone. So I can kind of cheat like that. Oh wait, I didn't even need to. Oops. And now that I'm way up here, let's go back to the pathway. Can I? Let's just swap this out with a full stack now. One thing's for sure, that adds some more color. Hooray. We'll do this. Hold on. This is an odd number, right? Oh wait, hold on. Can I put this right there? Hold on. I keep saying hold on as if you guys, who's ever is watching this is gonna stop me from doing what I'm about to do. And now my nose is starting to run from all that sneezing. Because I need to build this right where it won't interfere. And I'm pretty sure, oh wait, is that this block? No, I think it's this one. Because I do not want a pillar to land on top of a lower platform or another pathway. I don't know what I'll do with the torches yet. I'll figure something out. Alright, there we go. So close. I can almost Halo reach. Alright, there we go. Next is probably right here, honestly. I think I'm just gonna have to, do that. I'll probably end up clearing out this section, like just flatten it. In fact, why don't I do that now? Oh wait, but then that's all gonna fall and whatever.
Alright, Cobble, gotta move. Thank you. Oopsies. Oopsies. I don't have an axe on me. Oh boy. Under most circumstances, I do. Right now, this is not most circumstances. Alright, so let's see. This one's in the clear, right? Oh, in fact, I can put this right here. Yeah, that will connect both of these. Cool, cool. Alright, let me make sure I picked everything up. And then, oop. Alright, what fell? Was that it? Alright, so it was, I think it was right here, right? Because I built those right on top of each other. I don't know if I meant to do that, but good job me of the past. Because that kind of works for what I need it to. I think it's this block next to the torch. I'm really hoping it'll be kind of a bummer if I have to tear this down, because I'm gonna have to find an axe to do so. Yeah, lined up. Alright, I'm definitely gonna be taking fall damage after this. Ow. Could not place that one fast enough. Oh, in fact, I can't even Halo reach up there. Whoops. I'll take that. Combine the stacks. We're gonna combine, I say, even though I still don't yet have a American copy of Gurren Lagann on Blu-ray. You know what? We need another pillar right here. Because it feels like it just belongs. In fact, I might end up putting it right between these two. Yeah, right where that andesite is. But anyways, when I say American copy, I have a European copy, but the problem is the UK uses region 2. Where's it B? I can't remember. DVDs use, I think it's numbers, and Blu-rays use letters. So anyways, the UK, it uses region B for Blu-ray, and Americans, along with Canada, I think Mexico, North America basically uses region A for Blu-ray. And I have a regular 2012 Samsung Blu-ray player, and it is exclusively region A. It will not play Blu-rays. In fact, it will not play region 2 DVDs either, as I have tried that. So the next time we invest in a Blu-ray player, it's got to be a 4K player. That's the first part. But we also really need a region-free for 4K player, because I have a couple, not too many, but a couple region 2 DVDs that I want to watch. Because unfortunately, Japan was on region 2 for DVDs. They were not region 1 like us North Americans. But thankfully, Japan did, however, join region A for Blu-ray. So I can watch Japanese Blu-rays on my player, but I cannot watch Japanese DVDs on my player. Minor bummer, but that's just what they did back then. Although I'm glad that 4Ks don't use regions anymore. 4K discs are all region free. At least they're all supposed to be. So I'm kind of glad that at least with 4K stuff that they went away with that. But from DVDs in '96 to Blu-rays in Blu-rays to 2006, and then all the way until the rise of 4K around 2016. Although I want to say it started in 2014 maybe. But anyways, For a couple of decades, you had to stick to whatever regions that your player supported. But yeah, I never did get a region-free player for either, but that's on the wish list. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I only have one region B Blu-ray. I say I'm pretty sure because I'm not entirely convinced. But I'm pretty sure it is the only region B exclusive. I think it's Cowboy Bebop, the movie, because unfortunately there's not been a set that has both the series and the movie together. I think it's Funimation that released the series and the movie separately. But anyways, is this where I'm supposed to be? Yes. Well, anyways, I'm pretty sure that the movie for Cowboy Bebop is A and B. So you can watch it on an A or B player. Let me grab my food. I'm getting hungry again. Am I done? Have I reached the end of the logs? Here, let's take a whole look-see. Let's walk the entire path and see if I did it. As long as I'm seeing multiple pillars holding this up in different locations, then I'll be happy. It means I did it right. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I might have one or two other Blu-rays that are both region A and B. I don't know if I have anything that's region free, because that's kind of uncommon. Seems like I see more Blu-rays that are AB, at least for what I'm looking for. So that's something positive. I think I'm good. I'm rather satisfied with that. I will say, that did use up a lot of logs. So what'll probably end up happening is we're gonna go back and pick up the rest of the stone that's cooking. And we're going to turn in the stone bricks because I'd rather have all the stone bricks I need and not run out mid-pillar. It's the same pathway that doesn't move. I really should make a proper pathway over here, though. And a proper staircase to get up to the cobblestone. I think something positive is once I get the support columns for both the stone brick and the logs, once those are both in place, then whenever I build the minecart track, I could build it in between the two. I don't know what I'll make the support for the rails directly. Maybe planks. Otherwise, I've already got the stone covered and I already have the wood covered. Oh, in fact, probably not planks because the pathway itself is made out of planks. Otherwise, I would need two different types of blocks. Two different types of full blocks. One to use... Oh, I could use quartz if I wanted. Use like quartz blocks for holding up the rails and then using pillared quartz. That's a total different block type. Otherwise, it's not like we have purpur. That's a different block type, or end stone and end bricks. All right, I'll put away the rest of this cobblestone. I don't know where this cobblestone came from. Oh wait, was there something I was digging out? Yeah, we'll just toss that. And in fact, I think we'll probably be safe to put away the stairs as well. Oh, that's right. I forgot that I still had some of this in here. Oop. In fact, while I'm here, yes, just a bad internet day, it seems.
Well, at least I'll get a little break, because I won't be streaming again until next week, after today. Checks the time, 20 minutes. I just have to make it the next 20 minutes. Cake? Why do I have... Oh, I have an egg on me. Interesting. I wonder if it's a good idea to turn all this stone. Like, all the stone I have into stone bricks. In fact, what I could do, I could take the stone I have now, and if I really needed more stone bricks, I can turn them into stone bricks down there, because I already have a stone cutter positioned at the little outpost that I set up. We're gonna need more coal. Said the railroad men 200 years ago. I think we're all good. Alright, back to work. Kind of a bummer that I am ending this current project, because as I think about it, I didn't really have any plans after this. Other than more mining, maybe one more nether reactor. But we're on episode 74, right? We've got build 13, build 14, 0.0, 0.1. That's going to leave us at that's going to put us at episode 78. So honestly, if I just spent 2 more episodes doing something, I don't know what, but doing something in the full release of 0.11. Oh wait, hold on. Maybe I think 0.11.1 was re-uploaded. I can't verify. Well, that's not true. I can verify, but I don't remember. Oh, this sparks so much joy. Except I never completed this side, because this is still an orphan pathway. Oop, hiccup. Alright, so we'll put 2 different pillars here. One on that side, one on this side, but we're gonna do that from the bottom. In fact, how about I do that real fast? And then we'll head over here and do this one. Oh, that's way up there. Oh boy. My leg. I haven't said that in a while. My other leg. Ow. Oopsies. I guess I should have made that one taller. Whatever. Oh wait, should I have put that one on the corner here? Well, no, it's fine, because I'll just end up connecting that. In fact, we're about to end up connecting that now. Because I'm looking at a bunch of floating gravel. That's what I'm looking at. Is this a good idea?
Oh no, I misplaced. Oh no. Oh, you know what that means. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna flood this with torches. So we'll put a bunch there, and then we're gonna head down here. We're gonna put even more torches once I get back down there. If I didn't misclick that the first time, I could have gotten away with the floating gravel. There's a cow and a chicken down here. Sorry. I need... Oh wait, I do have more. Alright, let's head back. I feel like this is going to be slow because this pathway was mostly at ground level and in easy to access reaches. Easy to access places. But up here, not so much. I missed a block. How'd I do down there? Missed a couple blocks. Alright, that's okay. I got most of it. That's the important part. I'm kind of tempted to get rid of that wall. You know what I do want to do, though? I want to do that. And then we'll do that and that. And money hop. Alright, well now I just need to get... Okay, well, hold on, let me think. Say goodbye to you. There's more stone brick over here. Huh. Fascinating. But I think it's this one, right? That's kind of what we're hoping, truth be told. If I'm being completely honest. In fact, let's just get all of this down. I don't know what I'll do with all this space up here. But look, now I get to put a torch up there. And I get to put a torch there. Oh, look, now it's nice and bright. Skelly Bum, what are you doing? Alright, this is not nice and bright. And I didn't realize that this went so far this way. Oops. Just but a scratch. There we go. Alright, let's get all this cleaned up. Because I do not want a big old pile of torches right here when I don't need a big old pile of torches right here. I think one torch there. Let's just get rid of this real fast. And then another one there. That's kind of dark. Alright, there we go. There we go. For sure. Making sure I'm lining this up correctly. It would have been a little unfortunate if I put a torch right there, though. Without realizing. Oh, no. No! I did it wrong. So this one's right. Excuse me, torch. That one's right. This is not right. I have to slide it to the right. Well, relatively right. Got a comment saying static stream. Is the static really back? I thought I... That's not true. I did not think I fixed it.
Maybe I should start asking for donations. Is that even where it's supposed to be? This isn't the edge. And why are you still floating? Thank you. Yeah, let me investigate this real fast. Not important. Yeah, this is one side, but it was supposed to be right up against the corner there. I'm not fixing it. I am not fixing that one anymore. Question is, where should the next pillar go? I kind of have this wooden one here, which I'm really tempted to just carve all this out and then have it go even higher. I'll need to come back for that though. Let's not try to eat. I don't need too much, so we're just gonna grab a little extra. Oh wait, hold on, I forgot it. Incomplete stack there. It feels like I could just reach out and touch the stone. Alas, not anymore. Checks the time, clock says 10 minutes. I wonder if I cut off my entire access of getting into this cave. I wonder. There even excuse me, I'm trying to place a torch. That was your fault for flapping right in front of my face. Yeah, I don't think I have a way to get into this cave anymore. Huh. That's okay. Everywhere I go, it just leads back into the main cavern. I guess that's a positive way to look at it. Oh wait, hold on, there's something up there. I want to explore now because if I'm not coming back to this part of the cave because I don't have a way to get back, I'd rather just explore this now. Okay, hold on, where is it? Ow. The welcoming party. Another bat. Of course. It's almost like they spawn in dark areas. There's a lot of zombies. Do you know how cool it would be if there was a dungeon in here? It's still so weird to me. They drop feathers and zombie flesh. Oh boy. Come on, hit the green bean. Hit the green bean. Ow. Oops. ah. Ah, yes. Bringing the roof down. Alright, we'll be smart about this. I was kind of hoping that... Ah, you're still alive. Oh my gosh, I just hit that. Well, anyways, I was really hoping that it would take only one hit for the zombie to go down, or the green bean to go down after the skelly bum hit him. So it'd be like, boom, you're done, because I spent 2 diamond sword hits already.
Alas, I did not get that luxury. Inventory's not full, right? Wonder why I didn't pick this up. Anyways, we are nearing the end here. Last 6 minutes. We're also done up there. It says I just keep taking fall damage. That's right? Because that's connecting the wood. So that one's connecting the wood. We need one to connect the stone. Probably this block, because I'm pretty sure these two line up. That goes way up there. That's a problem for future me. Alright, let's head down and hope I can get this lined up correctly. So the block I'm looking at is on the obsidian, and it's right between these two. Should be this one. Should being the operative word. Oop. Oh, Mr. Zombo, I see you. I was kind of hoping he would walk off. Get pork chopped. I don't know what that means, but that's a word now. This is an incomplete stack that we're going to combine into one. Alright, so we got that there. We're definitely going to put a pillar here. Oh wait, hold on, I can't put that pillar there. I'd have to put it like here. I don't even have a way to get way down here. Alright, because the block is, I want to say, one next to this. If I want to bring those two together, I'm pretty sure that's right here. No, it's this one. I hope. Okay, so there's one. There's two. Cool. That one's wrong. Can I pick that up? I think I did. Hooray! Alright, cool. So we got that one there, this pillar there, and this pillar there. That means I just need one more right between the two. Now, do I really need? Because honestly, that bridge is kind of taking up enough space. If I'd put one down, it'd have to be, I think, on this side. It'd connect all three of these. This one. I believe in you. I don't know the timing on this, so I am in fact just trying to spam the button. There we go. Now when I walk across here, we have all this. Although it should be 1, 1, 1, but it's 1, 2, 1. Whatever. So now we head down here. I think we need another pillar right there, right at the corner. Hello, cow. Checks the time, 2 minutes.
2 minutes till I could go and get food. I am definitely hungry. Alright, I don't think I need any more on the staircase, partly because these are right next to each other. Let's have this one here. So next I need another one right here, right in this corner. Oh my gosh, I've gone through three of these cooked bacons today. I am really not being safe. I'm doing a lot of stuff that OSHA would not approve. Isn't Minecraft full of OSHA violations? I want to say someone finally made a video within the past 2 or 3 years that was like, how many OSHA violations are there in Minecraft? Or something. Maybe it was more like, can you beat Minecraft without meeting any OSHA violations? Can't remember the outcome, but that feels like something I've seen. Here, let's use this stack. That's wrong. Again. I was doing so fine with the logs. Why am I having such difficulty with all this stone brick? Again? Alright, I don't think I'm going to put any over here because the platform, the whole walkway is kind of just on its own. Maybe I'll put something. Do I really want to? I'm not feeling it, Mr. Krabs. No, I think that's that. I might do over here, though. I'm thinking this corner. Yeah, then I'll put another one near the end. Oh, lucky me, this ended up right next to the other pathway. Except I done goofed. Alright, yeah, we are nearing the end here, so what we'll do is we're gonna wrap this up. So I just need probably 2 more. No, not there. Oh my gosh, auto jump, leave me alone. I will look forward to the day auto jump gets eliminated. I keep doing that. I keep caging myself in because the floor next to me is a lot higher than where I'm currently sitting. Speaking of getting caged in, I don't think I have a way to safely get down from here. Hey, no fall damage. Alright, cool. So then the very last pillar we're going to put is right here. I wonder, you want to think there was a cave or something? Or not cave, there's a water spring behind that cobble. Oh, yep, look, I see the dripping water. I should have done that. Just use up the pickaxe durability. Yeah, that's all it for today. Look at this. Look at all these messy support fillers. I'm gonna be honest. This is kind of a lot. I didn't think I'd end up putting so many. This is very messy. Over here looks nice because there's not as many. Huh. Well, I'm not undoing that. But yeah, that's all it for this time. We'll be back again, hopefully Tuesday, and hopefully better internet. Can't guarantee that. But otherwise, that's all it for this time. Thank you all for watching. Bye.